What's up guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my entire gaming setup for 2019. And this is just going to be a little update video showing you guys what I do, my setup, and how I play games, record videos, edit videos, and upload videos, all this stuff today, and kind of give you guys an idea of my workspace and what goes on behind the scenes of making these videos. So we're going to showcase the behind the scenes, what you guys don't see right here, as well as everything back here and kind of the significance of my entire setup. And if you guys are interested in any of this stuff, I will have an Amazon link down in the description. That's an affiliate link, so if you guys click on that, it'll take you to the Amazon page where you can buy this stuff, and I'll get a little kickback from that, just so you guys are aware. But I guess we can get started with my main gaming setup right here behind the camera. Alright, so this is my gaming setup. So that is my webcam that I use. It's just a Logitech C920 webcam. And I do have this bigger camera. It's kind of dusty. And the reason why it's dusty is because I don't actually use it that often. It's hard to use with my PC and make videos with, because I actually have to like record the videos with the camera and then take out an SD card, plug it into my PC down here, and copy the videos over, where it's easiest with the webcam just to import the files and the videos and stuff right in there. So I don't use it that often. I really should. I'm going to try and look into that more, maybe with like an Elgato Cam Link, something like that. But that's what I use to record my videos with for like my face. I do have a Taco Bell gift card supporting it because it is a little lopsided at sometimes. It might be my stand or my desk or something like that, but that makes it just about level. And I guess we can start from the left to the right. So actually behind all this stuff is where I got like my networking gear. So I got my my modem / router, so that's back there. And that's how I get internet. My internet is actually pretty fast. It's 1 gigabit per second, 1000 megabit. I do have a network switch down there, which I'm not currently using. I did use that before, and then I ended up getting this sweet router, and so I have no real need for that right now. I do have a fan back there in case my router and modem gets too hot. I can cool that down. And then back here I have my light. So this is where one of my first lights comes in. I have 2 of them. So this is how I actually make my videos, because you guys might have seen in some of my oldest videos that I ever uploaded to the channel where I was actually doing face cam. The quality was not that great, and I was even using the exact same webcam, but it's just the amount of light makes such a huge difference. Once I got these 2 lights, as well as I have these other lights up here in the ceiling, they're different color temperatures as well, my videos look so much better, and the quality just increases so much when you just have a lot more light. Whereas before it's like really noisy and grainy, and like the color temperature was really, really warm, whereas right now it's a lot more neutral. So over here I have my first PC. I have it set up on this old Samsung monitor. It's not the greatest monitor. It is 1080p, and I have this old Logitech keyboard. I've had this thing since like 2006, and I'm pretty sure the back stand is broken, so it just kind of wobbles around there, as well as this just like cheap Microsoft mouse that I got for Christmas back in like 2010. And that's that computer, which is actually this desktop down here. And I'll talk more about that in a second. But I have 2 PCs set up. So I have my old PC, my new PC, and then my main monitor that I game on. But this one I use mostly for if I have leftover videos I need to render. So if, you know, I'm doing like most of my normal tasks on this PC, but if I have like a bunch of videos I need to be editing and uploading stuff in a single day, then I'll make use of this PC over here, and I'll start doing it over there as well. I'll have videos rendering over here while I'm also editing or rendering on this one as well. So this PC comes in handy a lot for that, as well as it also comes in handy for streaming, where I can stream on this PC and also still be working and editing, recording, rendering videos and other stuff on this one as well. Whereas if you're trying to stream, render, edit, record all that stuff on one PC, you're just going to have a bad time and it's not going to work. But over here, I do have some game fuel. I was trying to find that new Modern Warfare game fuel. They gave you like double XP and like a special operator, but dude, I have not found it yet. I've not seen it at any stores yet. Here I have my Xbox Elite controller case, which this has all my accessories and stuff in it. So it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I have the white Elite controller, whereas I'm pretty sure if you get the standard black Elite controller, it comes in a black case, whereas this one's kind of cool. It comes in like a gray case. So that's pretty cool. I do have Game of Thrones here. I started reading that a couple months before season 8 premiered, and because I just, you know, like I'd only seen the TV show up until that point. I'd never read any of the books, so I wanted to read it and see how it differs from the TV show. And then I also have some things for Ethernet cables, as well as a lot of like cable ties. You guys will notice I have a lot of cable ties because you guys will see in a bit, my cable management is honestly terrible. But I also have on here my HDMI splitter. This doesn't work anymore now that I have my new Elgato and I record in 4K. But this is what allows me to get around HDCP. So this is what would let me be able to record like PlayStation gameplay before they finally disable that. And also sometimes you need like non-HDCP gameplay and stuff like that. So that's how you can get around that. I also have my old AF iPhone 5S. It's seen better days, but I still keep it around. You know, it's still good for some things. And then I also have my old iPhone 7 here as well. It's that rose gold version. And once again, this one's also seen better days. Pretty sure, where is it? It got dented like the first weekend I had it. I accidentally dropped it. I didn't have a case yet, so it got dented in that corner. And then like a couple weeks ago, I got this new scratch on it. But it's still good phone, and I still use it a lot. Like if I'm using the phone, like I'm recording this video on my iPhone 11 Pro. But if I'm like doing something on this phone, if I'm watching Netflix or something, I need to be checking notes or Twitter or something, I'll do it on my other phone. But yeah, so that's kind of my main setup over here for my left PC. If we actually take a look at it, it's this cheaper Dell, I think it's a Dell Inspiron PC. It was a pre-built one from Best Buy, but I've since kind of upgraded a little bit. I've added a bunch more hard drives into it. I have a GTX 1050 Ti in it, as well as an i7 3770K. I believe it was a 30. I think it was a 3340. It was just standard i5 in it before, so better CPU, better GPU. It had no GPU before, so now it actually can edit videos, render videos, and stream and stuff. So it's decently capable. It can still do a lot of stuff, but compared to my new PC down here, dude, this one is better in every single way, and we're going to go over that in just a second. On my new PC, though, I have just the standard Dell keyboard. It actually came with that PC. I just haven't had really no need for a new keyboard just yet, as I want to get into more like PC games. I'll be getting a new keyboard here sometime soon. I've got this sitting on my desk. I upgraded this PC to 32 gigabytes of RAM like a couple weeks ago, so that was really nice. I got now I just have 4 8 gigabyte sticks, so I got 32 gigabytes of RAM in this PC and only 8 in this one, so a little bit of a discrepancy there. But yeah, so Corsair Vengeance DDR4 RAM. And then I have a Razer Death Adder mouse. Pretty nice mouse, I gotta say. It's a lot better than the one I used to use. I think I used to use this mouse with this PC, and I used to use like a crappy wireless mouse with this old one, which you guys might have seen in some of my Blackout streams about this time last year, about 1 year ago, where it was really hard for me to use this PC because I had this crappy wireless mouse, and I could basically never do anything because the mouse like wouldn't work. And then I have this really nice like Razer, I think it's like a Goliathus mouse pad. It's one of these extended mouse pads, so it covers, you know, it's not just like a standard mouse pad for your mouse, but it also is for like your keyboard, and I can also fit my other mouse on here as well. So pretty nice. My microphone that I use is an Audio-Technica AT2020. I've had this thing for like 5 or 6 years, and it has served me well through everything. I have really seen no reason to upgrade. A lot of people use like an XLR mic. This is just a USB one. But I feel like the USB quality is good enough for now. Eventually, at some point, I might upgrade to XLR, but that's a pretty expensive setup for not a huge jump in quality. Over here, I have an Astro Mix Amp. This is a PS4 PC one, so this is what will allow me to chat whenever I'm playing on PlayStation 4. Plus, I have it hooked up to my PC, so this is what I can use to turn my like volume up and down on PC rather than like going through the Windows way. But really nice. I like being able to have both my PC and my PS4 sounds coming in through the same audio through my headset at the same time. It doesn't work with my Xbox One. I don't have it set up like that, but I do believe you can just plug in the optical audio into your Xbox One and it'll work the same, but I believe you won't be able to get your microphone to work. Although I haven't gotten my microphone to work on my Astro headset with PlayStation yet, so I still need to look into that. But as for my headset, I have Astro A40s, the TR edition. I got these last year. They were on sale. You know, it was a pretty good deal. And, you know, it's my first, well, I guess it's not my first headset that I've ever owned. It's my second headset. But it's my first, like, professional one. And it's served me well. It's a really good headset and does everything that I need it to. And this one's, like, a couple of years old. I would like to upgrade at some point, but I just don't feel any need to right this second. I've also got my Xbox Elite controller down here with my Modern Warfare control freaks on it, as well as my Astro M80 mix amp. I also have a recharge pack for my batteries on my Xbox controller, because if you are using a headset with the M80 mix amp, dude, this drains batteries on Xbox controllers like crazy. And if you're playing Xbox all the time, dude, you're gonna run through batteries so quick. So just like a quick $20 purchase of one of these recharge packs is going to save you so much money in the long term, and you also won't have to worry about running out of batteries. Another quick note is my chair. It's not a gaming chair by any means. It's just like a regular chair. It's just like a regular desk chair. Seen better days, but it gets the job done. Like, it doesn't hurt my back or anything, and gaming chairs could be kind of expensive, so I'm holding off on getting one of those. So this is also why I want to do a video like this, is so that way you guys can see what my setup looks like right now, as well as what it will look like in the future, and see what different things I've changed as well. So this is my new PC that I have. I have actually 3 different sets of monitors here. I have a Samsung 1080p PC monitor here. I've got a BenQ. It's an EL2870U. It's a 28-inch 4K HDR, 60 hertz, 1 millisecond response time monitor. It's a really good monitor. And I mean, it's 4K, so now I can actually properly use my Xbox One X and my PS4 Pro with it. And it also goes well with my Elgato 4K 60 Pro that I have down in here in my new PC. So it might be kind of hard to see. I still haven't taken the plastic off this side panel because it's glass. But in here for my specs, that's my GPU. I've got a GTX 1070 and an i7 8700K, both overclocked. 32 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabyte NVMe M.2 SSD, as well as I have a 500 gigabyte SATA SSD, as well as a 2 terabyte mechanical hard drive. I think it's just 5400 RPM. But it's a pretty good PC. I like it. It is water cooled. You guys can't really see that well. It's just kind of tucked down here. And pay no attention to the cable management in back. It's pretty terrible. And the cable management inside is even worse. But it's out of sight, out of mind, so I don't really mind. Doesn't really matter to me. But that is my PC. I accidentally dropped a drink and spilled it, and so that's what all this crap is all over the front of it. Plus, it's a lot of dust and stuff. It does have case filters, which is really good because this room gets pretty dusty. And so it prevents a lot of that from getting into the case, which is nice. Got an external hard drive up there for additional footage because, dude, I record so much footage and store it all. And so I need lots and lots of hard drive space. So now if we go over to my consoles, now you guys can see that recharge pack that I was telling you guys about earlier. This is where I just set my controllers when I'm not using them. Down here I've got my PlayStation 4 Pro, and I also have an external 8 terabyte hard drive. So that is actually hooked up to my PC right now because I have my new Elgato in here, which actually, let me show you guys real quick. I've got 2 Elgatos in this PC. The top one there that it's plugged into is my Elgato 4K 60 Pro. That's the Mark II. And then I have an HD 60 Pro down there, as well as over here in my old PC. You guys totally can't see that, but I have another Elgato HD 60 Pro in that PC. So in my 2 PCs that I have here, I have 3 Elgatos plugged in. And the 4K 60 Pro uses so much bandwidth, so I need a lot of hard drive space to store all that footage on. And so I've got that one just in the meantime, so I could store all additional footage and stuff. But here's my PS4. I have an external hard drive for this. I don't have any games on it, actually. I'm only using that for my captures, just to try and transfer my captures off my PS4 Pro. That way I can install more games. In my PS4 Pro right now, why I don't have that back panel on is because I have an SSD inside of it. And over there you guys can see that's where I have my hard drive that came with my PS4, which I use that almost daily, but I'm installing Modern Warfare on my SSD. And then back here, I just have the power. We have the optical audio, USB, Ethernet. I don't have my HDMI plugged in. It's kind of a pain because every single time I want to switch inputs and I want to record Xbox or then I want to record PlayStation, I have to constantly unplug the HDMI and plug it into the other console. And now this is where like an HDMI switch or a splitter or something like that would come in handy. Although right now, since I am on a 4K workflow, I would have to buy a 4K splitter, and that's just not something I've looked into just yet. Plus, I've heard that they a lot of times have a pretty big latency penalty, and so when you're trying to play online competitive games, it can be really hard. I'd rather just go through the hassle of unplugging and plugging back in the HDMIs rather than like constantly be dealing with the latency penalty. But that's my PS4 Pro down there. And then up top, I got my Xbox One X. I've just got plugged into this. I've got my Ethernet cable. I've got my SSD, HDMI, and then power. So I have pretty much all the best games set up on my SSD. I've got Modern Warfare set up on there and Black Ops 4. Games load so much quicker on an SSD, even on a console. It is absolutely incredible. So I've got an SSD set up for my Xbox. My SSD for my PlayStation though, dude, it's nuts. Like, I have another external enclosure just like that I tried using for my PlayStation, but for some reason PlayStation doesn't allow that or something like that, or at least my specific one does not work. But those are my two consoles that I have right there, and my two PCs. And then up here I have my Wii. So over on my second channel, we play Wii games from time to time. Played Pikmin 2 on there. Haven't played that in a little while. Still need to finish up that game. But I've got my Wii, and that's also where the GameCube controller comes in. I've also got down here some replacement parts for an Xbox One controller for the thumbsticks and stuff. So if any of my thumbsticks are drifting or whatever, I can repair those. And then up here behind it, I've just got my old graphics card. Since I have that new GTX 1070 in that PC, I have no more need for my GTX 960. So this is just a cheap little graphics card that I bought last year. I just needed one for my new PC, and so I just got a 960. And then in there is a DJI drone. But here's my router. It's a NetHawk XR500. It's a really good gaming router. It has 4 antennas on here, dude. And also has the Duma OS, which allows me to do geo-filtering, so I can select who I want to get put into a match with. Really good router, and has a lot of great features. Another thing I want to point out back here is I still have this nasty AF lime cucumber Gatorade. I posted a video about that back in like February or January or something like that. Me drinking that for a challenge video, dude, and it's just awful. I have this coworker, dude. He was just down in it the other day, and I was like, dude, how can you drink that? That stuff is awful. And he's just like, I like it. So I'm like, ugh. And then I also have speakers back here. It's not plugged up into anything just yet. I do have just an aux cable right here if I ever want to plug my phone or something into it. It also supports Bluetooth. So, you know, it's nice having like speakers rather than always using a headset. Sometimes, you know, it's a little rough on your head. Your head gets hot or something like that, and you just don't feel like having a headset on all the time. So the speakers are nice. And then I got my PlayStation 4 controller up there charging. Some Pop-Tarts where I can actually win some Game Pass, or you just get like a free week of Game Pass, which is kind of cool. I've got my other lights set up right over here. I got a bunch of control freaks, which you guys will see in a second. Another external hard drive, more controllers, as well as my monitor box, as well as I have a little board set up for anything I need to do with YouTube. And then in here in my closet, this is just kind of storage. I've got a ton of snacks in here, but also more importantly, this is all like my PC hardware and equipment. So I've got stuff like, I've got my new webcam, which I need to show you guys, but besides that, behind that, I've got my 4K 60 Pro, SSD, fan, I think that's for my Razer mouse, another SSD. Then I got my motherboard box, power supply. This is like a 3-in-1 pack or something like that. It has like a wireless mouse, it has an external disk drive and like something else too. Over here I got a billion more hard drives, so I got another 8 terabyte drive. I got like a 1.5 terabyte, 2 terabytes, another 2 terabyte drive. Those are all filled up with footage. And then just a billion snacks. I got tons of Doritos with those double XP codes, even more right there. I've got tons of this studio foam here just lying around, which I'll show you guys. All this stuff has actually been like coming off. So it's been coming off the ceiling, it's been coming off the wall. And right there you guys can see it's like literally falling off right there. Same with the corner. I just use these command poster strips. They're not that great at helping them stick, but it's better than, like I've heard people, they use stuff like liquid nails and stuff like that, and that'll just absolutely ruin the wall. So it's not something I really want to do, but I've got a bunch of this stuff set up in here to help soundproof the room a little bit, kind of reduce the echo, which you guys will actually probably hear. You know, the echo in here is a lot worse because I have none of that foam in here. But then I got the Razer glasses box. I've got those Totino's party pizzas and just a whole bunch of other stuff as well. I've got my old Xbox 360 in here. Back there, you guys might be able to see, I've got 3 Elgatos back there. I've got my old Elgato HD, my Elgato HD60, and then I believe that's also an HD60 Pro back there. I've got my PlayStation 3 buried somewhere down here, as well as my other PlayStation boxes, Xbox boxes, There's actually the box for my Xbox 360. There's my cast from when I broke my arm when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And that's pretty much the setup over here. Down here I've got more foam as well as some posters. This down here is actually the Modern Warfare poster that you get by pre-ordering the game. I need to hang it up at some point, but I want to get a poster frame to put it in. More Doritos and other posters. These are actually, there's 2 posters inside here. This is Infinite Warfare's pre-order poster. So on one side it has Infinite Warfare, on the other it has Modern Warfare Remastered. And I have one there, and I don't remember where my second set of posters went because I have 4 in total. And I still need to hang those up as well. I got my bookshelf down here, which has no books in it, but has a whole bunch of gaming stuff, which we'll go over. And then over here, I just got my other setup here in the background. So I have my laptop here that I just use if I'm on the go, or if I don't want to be in this room, if I want to be in my bedroom, making videos or just on the internet or whatever. I've got my mystery box edition for Black Ops 4. I don't really have any spot to put it, so it's just chilling there on the ground. I've got a big lightning cable, so that I usually take that up to my bedroom at night, so that way I don't have to be like curled up right next to the edge of the bed. I can actually like roll over and still be charging. Got a billion bags of Doritos for that double XP. Ethernet cables, that's actually where my internet comes in from. And this is my other monitor. This is the monitor I used to game on before I got that one. And my desk is actually too small now, so as you guys see, it's already packed with 3 monitors, and I have no spot to put a 4th. I mean, I could kind of put a 4th one there, but it really wouldn't work. But so that other one, this monitor is just kind of chilling down here in the meantime, just on a chair. I've got my original Xbox One and PlayStation 4 just chilling here, not being used. My Xbox One S is actually what my brother is using to play Xbox on. So I have every generation of Xbox One. I've got the original, I have the One S, and then I have my One X down here, which actually kind of cool. My Xbox One X is the Project Scorpio Edition one, which is the day one version. So that's pretty cool. This is where I'm going to be doing my streaming for Modern Warfare when it comes out. So I've got my Razer Siren microphone there, as well as I got this brand new, this is like a Logitech C922X or something like that webcam, C922. Pretty sure it's just like the C920 that I have over here, but I just needed an additional one. I got my old PlayStation 4, like I said, more drinks and stuff. I've got more control freaks. I've got this brand new Xbox controller, which I've used like a couple of times. See, on my original controller that I've been using since last year for Black Ops 4 was this one, and this one has been having some stick drift issues. It's just a standard Xbox controller. It's been having some stick drift issues that are just horrendous when I try and play Black Ops 4. And so I bought this one, and I used this one for like 2 days, and then I actually ended up getting my Elite controller, so this one's just kind of been chilling there ever since. I have no real use for it. I've got even more controllers over here though. I've got another original Xbox controller. I think this one goes to my original Xbox One. Then I also have the Halo 5 Edition Xbox One controller. I've also got my Xbox One S controller. I believe I also have 2 more Xbox One controllers sitting around here somewhere. I know I have one of them in a box. It was like the Covert Ops controller. So I got a bunch of Xbox One controllers, although pretty much all of them are busted at this point. These ones, I'm pretty sure like the bumper doesn't work on this one anymore. This one's just a really old one, so this one does have a headphone jack, but I have a couple that don't have the headphone jack, and I believe like the bumper or something like this is busted on this one. And I basically only have like 3 functional Xbox One controllers. I got that one, although it has some wicked stick drift. I got my Elite controller, and I got this brand new one. I also have that brand new Elite controller Series 2 on pre-order, so like next week I'll be getting that. Up top here, I've got my Call of Duty Modern Warfare Captain Price little like figurine dude. It comes with some sort of in-game bonus content. I think it's like an operator skin or something like that. So we're going to have to check that out when Modern Warfare comes out. I also have my brand new Modern Warfare Scuff Vantage 2 controller. It's pretty cool. So now I have an Elite controller for Xbox, and I have a Scuff controller for my PlayStation. I've also got my box for my Elite controller as well. It's the special edition white one. And then down here, I found this on Best Buy's website for like 20 bucks. I'm pretty sure it was like couple hundred when it was released, but it's some sort of like exclusive like game case thing. I haven't opened it, but it's something to do with World War II. And then I got my box for my iPhone 11 Pro. Awesome phone, dude. I absolutely love this thing. Battery life is amazing, and it also plays games like Call of Duty Mobile, like fantastic on it. Love this phone. I got it in the gold color, which is good because I got this other one, my old iPhone 7, in the rose gold. So got a lot of crap from that from people. but I don't care. I like the color of it. So now I got gold. Back here I've got my Mix Pro that I got set up over there. It's just a box for it. I've got a couple Blu-rays up here. These are all, except for Casino Royale, these 4 Blu-rays right here are all 4K Blu-rays. So Creed, Creed 2, Terminator 2, and 13 Hours. They're all 4K Blu-rays because I bought those because I originally wanted to try out my 4K monitor. I wanted to see how the 4K Blu-ray player on my Xbox One X works and how HDR and 4K looks on this monitor. And dude, it's absolutely unbelievable. It looks fantastic. So have all those movies there. Just kind of test out that new monitor. I bought this a little while ago. It's like this new flavor, mystery flavor, Voodoo. Have not tried it yet. I got another bottle down there. I believe I got a 3rd bottle somewhere, dude. I don't know where it went. Then in here is where I got my brand new Scuff. Amazing controller. It was kind of expensive. It was like 250 bucks. Then I've got a couple games over here as well. Spider-Man for PS4, Ghost for the 360, Call of Duty 3, and Modern Warfare 2. On the first shelf, we've got a bunch more gaming stuff. I've got Pikmin 2. This is one of my favorite games of all time. Loved that game growing up. I'm also still playing through that on my second channel. You guys can check that out. Got Control Freaks, Chewie, he's missing an arm. A little World War II plane. I believe that's like a Mustang. But I've got the Call of Duty Ghosts Special Edition. What was this called? This was called the Hardened Edition. That's what that is. But I got this for the Xbox One, and the PS4 version was like 10 bucks on Amazon, so I went ahead and bought that one as well. And then I got a billion Control Freaks in here. So I've got the Modern Warfare Control Freaks, which actually, it's kind of cool. These are the first edition ones, which these ones came out a couple months ago. And I got a bunch of these, and you might know that they're the version 1s because they don't have the code on there. I guess it's these ones. These ones have the code on it. So I've got some of these ones that don't have the code on it. So like these ones have the code. I guess even these ones all have the code on it. Never mind. I guess I have a billion codes. So still got this package in here, which I haven't gone through, that I got more Control Freaks. I think I have like 14 pairs of these Modern Warfare Control Freaks. And dude, they're amazing. I think these are my favorite Control Freaks yet. So I've got a whole bunch of them on Xbox One. As you guys see, pretty much all these ones are Xbox One. And then I've got quite a few PlayStation 4 ones as well. So I've got both of the Modern Warfare Edition ones on both systems, as well as I got the Modern Warfare Challenge coin as well. I think this one was for buying the Control Freaks right before the beta, for like pre-ordering them or whatever, being like the first 1,000 customers. And I actually have 3 of these. One of them's still in one of these packages, but I have 3 of these challenge coins, which are pretty cool. You know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Challenge coin, as well as, I believe it was this edition of the Control Freaks. They actually came with this patch as well, the Special Forces patch. So I got a couple of these as well. Over here, I've got an old Xbox 360 wireless controller, and there's another one down there. I've got the Black Ops 4 Grav Slam Control Freaks with the bonus in-game code as well. I haven't actually redeemed this yet, so I need to do so, as well as I got the PlayStation 4 versions right there. I've got my Black Ops 4 hat and some dusty aviator sunglasses. Down on the next shelf is where we get even more Control Freaks. So actually back here, I've got my Black Ops 4 Mystery Box Edition Zombies 1,000-piece puzzle, which is pretty cool. That's actually unopened, so that's pretty cool. We did the Mystery Box Edition puzzle over on the podcast channel, so you guys can check that out. And we did that during the stream. I have some Black Ops 4 monster cans, Assassin's Creed Origins monster cans, a Dwight Schrute bobblehead. I've also got a Lego Apple. I actually got that when I went to New York. An Xbox One X Platinum bundle from Taco Bell. And I've even got the Eclipse one for this year as well. I just have this chilling over in a pile, but I could put that one over there as well. A Lego tank. Dude, I don't remember what that's called. I really should know. I have the old version of that one too, from like back in like 2008. Another Xbox 360 controller, more Black Ops 4 Monster, and then I got a billion Control Freaks here. So these are my most recent ones that I got. So these are like the Fortnite Control Freaks. So if you bought them, they came with this little like Loot Llama pin. So I was like, bro, I gotta get that. I don't even play Fortnite, but I gotta get it. So I got that. You got these like purple Fortnite Control Freaks. I got these ones for PlayStation. And then they got like the Nightfall ones. I think these are also for Fortnite, or they could be for Apex. But I got these ones for Xbox. And now let's dive into my Control Freak collection. So here is my collector's Control Freak. So I got my Call of Duty Zombies Quick Revive Control Freak. So it says Collector's Edition right there. They're 100% unopened. I've got my Collector's Edition Juggernog Perk Control Freaks as well. And then I have my Special Edition Bombshell ones, although these are opened and they've been heavily used. Not sure where my right one went. I'll have to find that. But those are my like 3 special edition Control Freaks. Over here, we've got more Modern Warfare Control Freaks for Xbox One. I've got the Infinite Warfare Scar Control Freaks for PS4. The Call of Duty Zombies Spaceland Edition Control Freaks. These ones actually glow in the dark, which is pretty cool. Then I've got the original Modern Warfare Control Freaks. These ones are for Xbox One. And then the Scar for Xbox One as well. So that's like my 2016 Control Freaks for Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, plus the 2019 Modern Warfare ones as well. Then we've got the Black Ops 4 ones for Xbox One, just the Black Ops 4 logo. We've got the Black Ops 3 logo ones for PS4. The same Black Ops 3 logo ones for Xbox One. Black Ops 3 for PS4. This is actually what I have on my PS4 controller right now. This is actually the thumbsticks I've been having on my PS4 controller ever since I got this. When those came out, dude, I've literally had this Control Freak on ever since. I love this one, and I've used this one to death, dude. It's fantastic. I've got my World War II Infantry Division ones. I've got my World War II Heritage Edition ones for PS4. Got the Xbox One, and then I've got another Xbox One, but I actually ended up losing this thumbstick, so that's why I bought a second one. So now I actually still have one for Xbox. Then we got the Phantom Game Pack. So I believe the Phantoms are actually for Call of Duty Ghosts. This is before they were actually branded specifically for Call of Duty, but I'm pretty sure the Phantom ones came out for Ghosts, and so I ended up actually getting that. That's why it says Xbox 360 and PS3. And then I've got the Atomic ones for Xbox One, because last year for Black Ops 4, when Nuketown came out, Control Freak had a sale where you got those free Atomic thumbsticks if you bought any other like Control Freaks. And then down here on the bottom shelf, I just have kind of a bunch of junk, light bulb, Star Wars, Clone Wars alarm clock, as well as a camera bag, and then just kind of a bunch of crap down here. My old iPod 5th generation, and then some old Star Wars chocolates that I got for Valentine's Day back like 2010, 2011, something like that. And then more Control Freaks too, as well as all these drinks. I've got a whole bunch more Xbox 360 and Xbox One Control Freaks in that closet there, which is clear down at the bottom that I'd have to dig out. I'm a huge fan of Control Freaks, and I like collecting all of them. They're honestly really cool. But I think that's it for the video, guys. That is my whole gaming setup for 2019. That's my gaming setup for when I make Modern Warfare videos and how I game. I game on a 4K 1 millisecond HDR monitor. Really, really nice. I got amazing internet, 1 gigabit per second. And I also have this sweet router, which basically eliminates any lag, has geo-filtering, all these amazing Duma OS features. Great headset, mic, multiple PCs, multiple monitors. Just overall a great setup, but I would still like to improve it. There's still so many things that I'm like, bro, I want to buy that. I want to upgrade my setup even more. So I'm planning on doing another one of these setup videos in probably like maybe 3 months time, because I know there's going to be a lot of changes over this new holiday season as stuff goes on sale, and as I get more and more stuff towards my setup. So there's going to be another one of these gaming setups coming up in a couple months, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And like, it'd be kind of cool seeing like the differences and seeing what things got upgraded with my setup. Definitely probably a chair will probably come first, another headset, another desk so I can fit my 4th monitor on here, my Elite Series 2 controller. I've also got that new Star Wars Purge controller on pre-order, and a bunch more stuff as well. So there you guys go. That is my gaming setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, if you guys are interested in any of this stuff, there is a link in the description where you guys can go to Amazon, check out any of the stuff. It's an affiliate link. But yeah, guys, that is my gaming setup. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.